when you're doing your fire, don't do what I do normally, and that's add water after you've got it lit. I think these, you do need to be a little bit more disciplined, you know, than I usually am. Okay, so first of all, you need to prime it. So in order to prime it, make sure that this one is off. Make sure there's it's already pressured, so I don't need to give it much. Turn that one on. So you turn the bottle on fully. Once you've done that, you then open the valve a little bit. A little bit of fuel went in, not very much. And then you light it. Now remember, the fuel at the moment is turned off. But because I don't put very much fuel in, I'm keeping my head well back from it. I've turned the fuel off, so that's now burning the fuel that's on. But because I don't put very much fuel in this one, that's preheated already. That's going. Yeah, it really doesn't take long, this one. I almost thought for a minute there it had actually gone out. But that's going. So I'm going to make hot water first, and while the hot water is going, we're going to get the ridge monkey set up. So with this we have two handles, one there, one there, and basically we've got, wait, stay there. Let's see. No. Oh. No. My level. It's all going wrong. No, you stay there. Lizzie, no, stay there. Leslie, stay there. So what we've done is we've got two pieces of bread pre-buttered, and I'm hoping, Leslie's there. Pre-buttering on this occasion does not appear to have been particularly successful. Bread is so soft. Put that in there. Well, that's as good as we're going to. That's as good as we're going to get it done. I mean, we certainly didn't expect it to. We didn't expect it to work perfectly in so one piece of cheese. And oh, listen, you're all shivery now. That's because you've got that. And we'll do 2 pieces of ham, and then one more piece of cheese. That's coming along. Right, I'm just going to try and cut that onion. That is nearly boiled. So I think we can take that off and we'll put that. Okay, well I've turned it off. I've turned it off by shutting down the valve on the bottle rather than turning the bottle over, because it's easier that way. And I think when you finish using this one I think you should turn over, because that's like the proper way of doing it. But I think that when you're kind of, you know, in between and you're not moving anywhere, I think just shutting it off is really just as efficient, to be honest. Of course, I just realised I put my bread on. I'll show you in a minute. Only I do that. I put the bread on back to front. Cheesy, toasty, hammy. And the rain is back. Lovely. I mean, it hasn't cooked it, but it has warmed it up. For you. Bit blessy. Good girl. Oh, you're so gentle. You're a good girl. Well, we've got yeah, you can't eat that yet. You got to make it first. Well, we've got bread for one more family. We've got bread for one more family snack in a minute. That was nice. And a bit more onion. I need to keep an eye on the fuel, that's the only... Oh, pardon me, think it's on. The blame's on, every time I felt it. Okay, we're going to do another drink here. Hopefully you can see everything. That's the fuel, that's that. So okay, so first of all you open the valve and then you let a little bit of fuel in. Just a couple of seconds. And then you light her up. And keep your head away. Just let a little bit more fuel in, and you can just see now once that, and it's going. This one is really easy. Like I said, you've got to be careful, you don't want to mess around, but that is very easy. I'll put that around there. Nice cheesy sandwich with lassie. So that's our second cheesy sandwich. Oh, I've not even eaten it yet. So I'm gonna have my second cheesy sandwich. I think I cooked this one a little bit longer. Plus I made tea. So I made tea with it's alright for some, isn't it? Welcome to welcome to feeding time. Feeding time at the zoo. So there's yours. It's Lass's tablet. I put Lass's glucosamine. I think I've got I think I've overdone the food a bit. I wasn't sure. I thought better put too much in. Put too much in than not enough. So I'm trying to make sure that you can see everything. So we've got feeding time at the zoo. Oh. Well, welcome into evening camp. The time is, it's only 6:30. Not even 6:30 yet. But the rain has decided to pop along. It's not even supposed to rain. I would have stayed sitting in the chair a bit longer, but it's my knees and shoulder were starting to get wet with the open door. And I thought, well, it's evening, so let's we'll get into the sleeping bag. So I've got tea on, or probably, I've filled the pot up. So some will go into this. So I've got another one of these So I'll use that for tonight, and I'll probably maybe just do some soup later. I'll do that first and some tea, and then I'll do that. I'll have some soup later maybe. But I've left the door open, so as you can see, I've left the door open. The rain, this is one advantage of a big one. Is I can have the door open and at the same time have plenty of ventilation and be cooking, you know, in the porch here. A little bit of rain did get just on this pot here, so a little bit of rain kind of gets, you know, just around about there, the kind of like that line. I don't think my phone, my other phone, iPhone is just here. And then there's a little bit of rain just getting there. But it's not getting over to me. So if I haven't got rain getting in, and it's not very windy, so leave the door open. Again, I still see people closing everything up. And I really don't understand the point of that, you know. We keep warm from our sleep system. This is what keeps us warm. The shelter keeps the wind off and the rain out. It's not really designed, well, I mean, it will keep some warmth in, admittedly, but, you know, for me, a shelter is wind and rain. And as long as rain isn't getting to me, and as long as wind isn't getting to me, you know, then I want to have doors and as much air as possible. So like I said, I'm going to do this pasta bolognese. I don't think you can see Lassie, she's asleep over there, and the shrimp is asleep behind me, and the rain is falling. I think it's just a shower. Tomorrow is supposed to be quite nice, so we can but hope. Anyway, I'm going to have something to eat, and then the cloud is over there. I can't even see the tour over there now. Alright, well, I'm going to concentrate on this, and we will catch up a little bit later. There's quite a bit of rain falling, but still nothing getting to me yet. And that's the important thing. That's the important thing. Okay, well, I've just checked the weather, and yes, Tor, which is the closest to here, is showing 50% now. And then 10% in 1 hour. So I think this is, so there was a 50-50 that this rain was going to hit us, and then it's going to pass fairly soon, and then it should be a dry night. Cloudy but dry. And then tomorrow less than 10%, 5%. Should get some sun tomorrow. Tomorrow maybe, hopefully, will be decent. So I think this is just a passing doodah. The rain is getting to this area just here, but it's it's not getting on me. It's just, you know, my hand is wet there, but not there. So we've just got a little dry area just through there, thankfully. Right, I just want to show you something, okay, because far too many people cry. Right, now you notice that that bottle there is wet because it rained and rain got in the door, but it's wet there, okay, and it's sort of marginally damp there. But look, I know I might come across as a bit sarcastic sometimes, but you know, do you notice that it is dry here and that we are completely dry? So don't worry. This is why I don't bother, or one of the reasons why I don't bother with a ground sheet or a, you know, a footprint, because I'd rather have the door open and mist swirling around, so knock out all that BS about you know, ground sheets reducing, you know, moisture from the ground. This ground is quite damp. I've literally got mist. I really don't know whether the camera thing is picking that up, but there is literal mist in here with me. And you know, would you ever believe it, but I'm not crying about it, I'm not complaining about it, I'm not worrying about it. It's part of being outside, and it's part of just accepting that it is there and that there is nothing to worry about, and that you are not going to get wet from it. Anything that you need to, you know, to protect, you know, put in your rucksack or put in a bag or something. But this sleeping bag is just a regular, non-water resistant, non-waterproof sleeping bag. Well, it's a quilt actually, but the same difference. And it's not wet, it's not drippy, it's fine. And this is a single skin shelter with a river or a brook right next to us, with mist coming in the room, and we are dry. It's just unfortunate that a few 100,000 more people don't watch this channel rather than all the other channels of people crying and, you know, and preaching all this nonsense about ground sheet. Well, you know, I've got a ground sheet obviously under me, but about footprints and about closing your door, you know, and about, you know, a ton of condensation. You know, there's marginal condensation, but not much. You know, admittedly, being in a huge shelter, you know, where I can literally leave the door open even when it's raining, helps. But for the love of God, you'd let air flow as much as possible. Anyway, Hobbs has done his preaching. Let's see. Anyway, I'm going to carry on with Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. But like I said, you know, it's damp there. That's literally as far as the rain got. You know, it got to within a dick's distance. It got to within a dick's distance of me. You know, about 6 inches, and it didn't get any further. I could have had a wank from bed, and I wouldn't have got my dick wet. Tony, behave. Oh my God. Yeah, it's misty out there. It's misty in here too. Anyway, alright, I'm going to carry on. You can all carry on too. So here we've got chocolate pudding. I thought we'd do it now and then it's done. So chocolate pudding warming up, and then water warming up over there. So we've got real coloured little blurry skills going on here today. That's for tea, and then tea and pud